someone told me, I don't know if it was the religion teacher or some priest or whatever, that what hell is, and I think that's much scarier than, all the cauldrons and everything, is that you have to live without God, and you know at that point that God exists, and that he doesn't, like, he loves you, but you will never be with him, and you lost your chance, and this is what hell is. And I find that way more chilling.
But he still loves you.
I mean, let's put that aside. Like, let's put logic aside. Let's just focus on the horror part of it.
Hello, guys.
Hello, everyone.
This is Waldemar.
And this is Weronika.
Yeah, and we are watching today Jim Jefferies. He's one of the older bits about religion. But just to clarify one thing, we started recording this and we watched, I think, the first 2 minutes, but it was some video on YouTube. But it was in very poor quality and it was cut in a weird way. Like, there were some parts that were just cut out.
Yeah.
So I stopped with the video. I told Weronika that, we are gonna look for some other upload so we can enjoy it as it was supposed to be in a full way. So I found it somewhere on Facebook, some video. And we are gonna watch it now. We watched the first 2 minutes, but the rest we haven't. I mean, I did watch this video when I was a younger guy, and I was like 15 or 16. And I even said in the recording that we won't upload that it was a very important video for me because it was one of the first English-speaking stand-ups I have ever seen. And there was this guy, Jim Jefferies, and after that I found George Carlin, and it was the moment that I went big into the stand-up comedy and stuff like that. And it was also in the time that I was still a deeply, you can say deeply, maybe not deeply, but still a religious person. I was an altar boy, as you can deduce from the title of the video that we uploaded a couple of days ago. So it's an important video for me because it's one of the first stand-ups I have ever seen. But Weronika hasn't seen that one.
Yeah.
Like I said in the previous Jim Jefferies video, she has seen the newer ones, starting from the Bear special, and the new ones that are on Netflix right now. There is the Freedom, the Intolerant. I think there is title of another one. But the older ones she hasn't seen. And like I said, it was. I think they were better than the new ones. When he was still drinking, he was much funnier. So
Let's crack on.
I'm not afraid of dying if I do get AIDS or something like that. I don't give a fuck. I hate life. I've never enjoyed one moment on this planet. I don't want to live forever. And the only people who want to live, I'm not worried about dying because I'm an atheist, right? Now, I know that this is a Christian country and I stand up for your right to be religious, but please know that you're wrong, right? Please know that you're living in a fantasy land and that after you die, nothing happens. Stop being a fucking child. I'm not scared of dying because I'm an atheist. I know I'll just rot in the ground, right? I won't even know I'm dead. You want to know why? Because I'll be fucking dead. Religious people worry because they believe in heaven. If there's a heaven, there has to be a hell. And everyone who's read that book knows that you've done enough shit to go to hell, right? And that makes it very stressful on your deathbed, doesn't it? No one want to prick you are going, this isn't going to be good. I don't want to go to heaven. I don't even want the option of heaven. I don't want to exist in a conscious state for the rest of eternity, constantly thinking. I don't like thinking as it is. Where's me passport? Can't punch women in the face. The Bible calls heaven eternal bliss. I don't care how blissful it is, it's eternal. You'll get used to it, and then you'll be fucking bored. And what's hell meant to be like? Fire and brimstone and eternal agony? That's what's written in the Bible. That's God's book. As far as I know, the devil hasn't brought out a book. We don't know his side of the argument, right? If you ask me, the devil and God are having an argument. The devil's being a bigger fucking man. Because God's just writing shit about it. And the devil's going, I'm not even going to fucking comment, son, if you talk about me like that.
I don't know how official it is because I was never as religious as you were, but, we were brought up in Poland, so everyone is kind of religious by default, most of the people. But someone told me, I don't know if it was the religion teacher or some priest or whatever, that what hell is, and I think that's much scarier than, all the cauldrons and everything, is that you have to live without God, and you know at that point that God exists, and that he loves you, but you will never be with him, and you lost your chance, and this is what hell is. And I find that way more chilling.
But he still loves you.
I mean, let's put that aside. Like, let's put logic aside. Let's just focus on the horror part of it. That you really do know that there is this amazing eternal being, and everyone is in this state of bliss, and they are so happy, in theory at least, and you are not it, and you have to know it forever. So I think that's scarier, the burning.
By the way, do you know where the image of hell that we have right now with the fire, with the torture,
Dante, right?
From Dante? How do you call this in English? The
Divine Comedy.
Divine Comedy. Yeah. Yeah, that's where this idea came from. And I remember when I stopped being the religious person. It was the beginning of my atheism. But we have those. Weronika said that in one of the videos that we uploaded a couple of days ago, that we have those visits from the priests. It happens after the Christmas, and they come to every house, and if you want to let the priest in, then he comes in and he's blessing the apartment or the family.
Well, he talks with the family.
He talks with the family, especially if you have children. He's like, oh, then give me your books from the religion.
Yeah,
because they have.
When you show it, yeah.
We have religion lessons in Poland. Yeah, and so my mother was still a religious person. She still is. So she let the priests in, and I'm sitting there, and he started talking to me about something like why I'm stopped going to the church. Yeah, and we are talking about this, and I asked him about that, if he knew that how much the Catholicism or the Christianity is influenced by other works and other people, and that a lot of things that we believe right now are not in the Bible, and they were just made up after that. So I asked him if he knows where this image from hell is from, and he's like, yeah, it's from the Bible. It's from the, how do you say this book at the end of the Bible?
The Apocalypse.
Apocalypse is the word in English?
Yeah.
So from the Apocalypse of the St. John. I'm like, no, I mean.
Oh, the one in the Apocalypse is quite cool as well.
But there is no hell.
There is no hell. There's just the angels and the riders.
Yeah, but there is no image of hell. So it's like.
But there are cars. Actually, no. I've heard about this conspiracy theory.
No, but that's funny. If you if you knew any priests in your life, it's like ask them, and they didn't even bother to read that book. And I found it hilarious always, because it's like you commit all your life to it, and there is only one book you need to read. It's not like 17 books. So that's like, oh, okay, it's a chore. But it's one book, so I would read it before.
Out from every single day to the people in the church.
Yeah, but you read only specific fragments. So it's like, read the fucking book first, and after commit your life to it.
But I think this complaint is very Catholic specific, because I think some Protestants, like Lutherans, they really do know the Bible. I mean, more than we do.
Maybe, yeah. And the Jehovah's Witness, they knew a Bible by heart.
Not that they are any better, but I mean, at least they know what they're talking about.
At least they are not hypocrites, for me at least. Because still, with the Catholics, that's the big issue that I always found. I knew many priests, and I have friends who became priests. And I was talking with them about that. Like, you don't want to read the whole fucking thing before you will go to and become priests, and no. So I don't need to.
And what else do you have to do? This is what you have to do for your whole period of studying.
And you are studying for 6 years, and you still cannot finish the fucking book. Come on. Okay.
Let's go on. That was a long one.
Let's think about this rationally, right? Which isn't a good point for the Christians, rational thought. Fire and brimstone and eternal agony. That's what's hell meant to be like. That's written in the Bible. Now, God runs the entire universe except for one place, which is run by hell, and the devil is run by the devil. And now the devil is his biggest enemy, and they don't get along whatsoever, right? Now, if you act bad, you go to hell, right? Now, you've lied, you've cheated, you've stole, you've been a prick your entire life. Why would the devil punish you? You're one of his boys. He's going to fucking dig you. That's where all the hookers and drugs are going to be. You don't think they're going to make their way into heaven? Don't think God's going to open the gate and go, Jim, you've been such a good guy. See this big-titted whore with a line of coconut? Knock yourself out, son. And what's meant to happen when you die and go to heaven? You see a big bright light. You walk towards the light. What's at the end of the light? All your dead relatives. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. You ever spend a weekend at your grandparents' house? It's fucking shit. You'd be out there for an hour going, wish all me friends would die. Be out there meeting everyone. Hello, Nana. Hello, Granddad. Hello, Uncle who used to touch me. How did you get up here? Oh, that's right, you used to work for the church. You hear that little groan when I said that? When I said you have to work for the church? It's because religious people are in the crowd and they don't like hearing facts. That's a fact. There's been pedophiles in the Catholic Church. It's been on 60 Minutes. Fucking fact. But I say, and it's like, oh, no, because religious people will forgive God for fucking anything. If in their mind, he does good things, rainbows, children's laughter, shit like that, right? But when he does bad things like hurricanes, AIDS, cancer, child molestation, then we just go, oh, well, God works in mysterious ways.
Yes.
What type of an excuse is that? What is mysterious about acting like a fucking asshole? That is like the least mysterious activity since the dawn of time. If I ever date a religious girl, she's going to come home and I'm going to be raping her mum, right? And she's going to look at me and go, what are you doing? And I'm going to go, I'm mysterious. I've always been mysterious. See, religious people are just fucking stupid. There's how the world was created, which everyone, scientists and rational thinking people believe, and that's the Big Bang Theory, and then evolution kicked in. There's little microorganisms made like a tadpole, and then that tadpole learned how to walk or something, and then there was some animals in between, and then fucking monkeys, and then us. And that's science. Then there's how religious people believe it was created, and that's creationism. They believe that God put two white people in the jungle without sunscreen, and they fucked, and now we got people. And we got black people, Arab people, Oriental people, and for the amount of inbreeding, very few retards. It seems so plausible. See, the fact is that there's evolution in the Bible, right? Jesus was 4'7". 4'7". He was a normal-sized guy. Everyone was short back then. We're all taller now because of evolution. That's how Jesus could feed the people with 2 fish. Little fucking people, big fucking fish. So this is Jesus here, right? He's a little tiny Arab Jew. He looks like Super Mario. Now, if Jesus is this big, that means his cross was maybe that big. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than Jesus. But if I was on that little cross, my feet would be on the ground and I'd fucking live. So what killed Jesus cannot kill me. I am way more powerful. Not only would I live, but I would lift the cross out of the ground and beat up all the little Roman bastards. And history would be very different. Thousands of years before Jesus, there was a guy called Noah. And Noah built a boat. and Noah lived to be 950 years old. But they never mention that in sermons because we might think it's bullshit.
That's true, by the way. I was a person who even reads the Bible in the church when I was still an altar boy. And, there is this whole book. It's never a Bible. I mean, I don't know how it is in the different religions, either Christians or religions. But in the Roman Catholic Church, we don't read the sermon from the Bible. There is this special book.
Yeah, with how you lead it and...
No.
I read it from it too, but I wasn't allowed to peruse it.
But
I just
you are
read
talking
from
about
it.
a different book. There is one book.
I went to the one where you go up the stairs and then you go and then you have the little microphone and you read it out. That's not the one that...
No, but you are on the altar, but there is one book on the altar, which is the book about how you conduct the service.
Ah, yeah. Okay, the one in front of the big priest, yeah.
Yeah.
The big priest. Because usually is the biggest one.
And there is another book from which you read the parts of the Bible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the Gospel.
Yeah, like the Gospel, like
and the Old Testament excerpts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and there are just excerpts, not the whole thing. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And they are from the certain time. It's from this, I don't know, third Sunday of after the Easter.
Yeah. It's always the same reading, yeah.
There's always the same reading. And you can look through that and you will never find anything controversial. Like, there is not part about how women are impure because they have
that time of the month?
The period, yeah.
Yeah.
And there is nothing about how Noah was 950 years old. There is nothing about the child killings or how God condemns people to be raped. There is nothing about that.
But you know what? I was repeatedly told at school, and I think in church as well, that the story about the ark, that's symbolism. That didn't happen. And then I think someone even told me that it's like exactly after the story of Noah, that's when the Bible becomes like history. But before, until that point, including the creation of Adam and Eve, that's all symbol. But after that point, everything is...
I don't think that's true.
I don't think it's official, but that's what I've been told.
But I think the official is that the story of Job, that's the...
Of course it is a metaphor.
That's the metaphor.
No, it has to be. How could God ever do that?
Yeah. But that's what at least I remember that way, that the church teach people this way, that the story of Job is the metaphor. But the rest is,
And the part when he burns Sodoma, and that is not the metaphor? Well, those were bad people, though, and Job wasn't a bad
Sodoma
person.
is not about Job.
Yeah. I just meant, is that part also a metaphor?
No.
Okay.
And Noah was thousands of years before Jesus, so Noah's about this big. There's little Noah with his long hair and his great big beard. He looks like a glorified chess piece. And he built a boat, and they put all the animals on the boat, and we had 2 of each animal, and he lived in like Afghanistan back when it was a God-loving place. Yeah. And all the animals came and they all swam there and shit. They all made it there in like a week, all the kangaroos and all that type of stuff. Then he worked out some type of refrigeration system to keep the polar bears cold and the lions hot.
And the penguins.
And he made the door on the ark very small so that the dinosaurs couldn't get in because he was a thinker. Then he had storage areas for all their delicate diets, because we all know what picky fucking eaters pandas are. Aren't pandas a bunch of cunts?
I love this transition, how it goes from the region, pandas.
I'm done with pandas, and I'll tell you why, right? Every fucking living creature...
I'm not watching anymore. You can offend anyone who wants. No one's offending pandas on my watch. Turn this shit off.
He's right, pandas should be extinct.
They should be, but they're not, because we're trying very hard to save them. And they're trying very hard, so we can't save them. They're like, no, we're not going to mate. We're just going to fall off things and roll in a ball and sleep. And you know what? I can relate to that. Okay. Play it.
Play it some.
Play it some.
Loves pandas. The panda doesn't have a natural predator on the planet, and they're dying out because they're fucking dicks. Fuck them. Let them die out. The pandas don't fuck each other, therefore they don't have babies, therefore we've got no fucking pandas. They're dead weight. Let's lose the fucking pandas. We've tried. We have fucking tried. We, the human race, put pandas in cages together and try to help them. Fuck, but they don't. We go, there's a panda. Go fuck the panda. And they just look at each other. You put me in a cage with anything. Anything. And after a week, I'll fuck it. Do you think pandas know they're Chinese and they're taking the one-child policy too serious?
Maybe they want to get a TV.
Oh, we're gonna have to cut that one out. No, I'm joking. You're not cutting anything out. We're not monetized, so...
Yep.
Yet. Nah.
I like that. That was funny. It was... Yeah, it was a good watch.
I mean, the quality was not so good, and the audio is... you noticed that the audio and the video were quite unsynchronized.
Yeah, but the video was such bad quality, I wasn't watching his mouth anyway.
Yeah, but we will try to fix that in the editing after.
Okay.
We are not promising anything, but if you didn't know that it was unsynchronized until I said that, then that means
Maybe
we did a good job.
Or you're just not very observant.
Yeah.
Like I am.
It could be.
Yeah.
So you liked it?
Yeah, I liked it. I think I didn't say it in this version of the video, did I? That I have some like anxieties about dying. I mean, like most of us, but I have more like panic attacks things about it. So it's always difficult to watch. And at the beginning, it was a bit like... But the second, when we started the 2 minutes again, it was already fine. I mean, yeah. And I mean, you know, there's... What he says, I think it's important to be said in this way as well. So it's, you know, very straightforward.
Yeah, like I said, I was still a religious person, and it was... It didn't make me an atheist when I watched this. It wasn't like, yes, that's... that's the truth that he's speaking right now. No, but like you said, it's important to be speaking like that, and it was very refreshing for me, you know.
Yeah, I think it's
because
good.
I have all those doubts when I was still a young boy, because you know I was like 15 right then, so I was a young boy then, and you know, hearing someone who says those things so easily, you know, without like it's an obvious fact, it was very refreshing to me.
Yeah, like he doesn't have those doubts anymore. He doesn't sound like scared or like he's burdened by it. He's laughing when he says it. I think it's...
Yeah, but and also that he is speaking about this with such annoyance, like, you know, like it's like, oh, this fucking bullshit, you know. It's like, yeah, yes, heaven, like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And it was like, for me back then, it was an important thing for me to hear that then. I'm not saying it's the best religious bit about best stand-up bit about religion, because they are better.
Yeah, he doesn't like dismantle anything or anything.
Yeah,
it was a good
Carlin.
balance. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, just the balls and the audacity of speaking like that in that manner, that was important. Okay.
Thanks for watching. Yeah. Do you wanna do the outro?
Like some music? No?
Okay, maybe before we do too much music, leave us a like if you like this, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Oh, my back. Jesus Christ.
Bye!